Hello, lovely people. Today I am playing on my PlayStation. I am on the US server, and we are here because we must investigate something. It is the new booster bundle. So let's go and have a look at it. It is currently in the marketplace. If you have a membership, it's going to run you up $720. If you do not have a membership, it's going to run you up $800. There's a discount on it at the moment, 20% off. I do think that these are usually 1,000 marketplace cash. Correct me if I am wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that this discount is an okay one. Let's hope I'm not mistaken, but we're going to investigate it today. I do have a membership, so I realize this might be confusing for some people, but for those of you who aren't aware, my membership counts for the EU server alone. It does not count for the US server because I'm an Australian player. My account goes with what I originally played on, which is EU. So my membership, my league call and everything, that all works over there for me. To be able to do it on here, I have to get a little bit artful with some things, but the discount certainly does not apply, which is fair enough. So we're going to grab this. Let's preview and have a look at what we get. So we have the potential for these rewards: a glossy finish material, black disruption material, red disruption material, blue, orange, pink, white, and yellow. We also will receive, which we usually do for a booster bundle, 150 replay badges, an nth metal detector, not ninth, a radar enhancer, 5,000 ally favor, a proto bank bot, a proto broker bot, and 15 flawless nth metal worth 1,000 artifact XP each. I nearly stumbled over that, but I articulated well, so I didn't.
Oh, I beg to differ.
1,000 artifacts.
Yeah, don't you be trying to pull one over on me. I see everything.
You can also see at the bottom, they give you the percentage of likelihood of you receiving some of those chromas. There's exotic, legendary, and epic. I actually am not interested in the exotic one there, the one that's got a 5%, was it? A 5% discount, a 5%.
Aw, did someone forget how to English today?
A 5% percentage of dropping. Don't really care. I didn't really like that one very much. I must admit, I didn't like most of these. I saw them on Multiverse's channel when he was letting us see what they looked like, and I was... meh is my basic reaction. I'm a little annoyed there's no purple, but fair enough. Purple isn't everyone's favorite. I don't expect them to try to make purple just for me. Or maybe I do. No. But the only one I'm really interested in is the black. Black always ends up being like a harder one to get for some reason. I'm guessing it's because it's more sought after. More people want black. So that's a 20% likelihood of drop in the legendary there. So I'm going to try and see if we can get the black disruption material. We will give it a good shot. So we're going to open 10 of these. So let's grab those.
So I will just say the glossy finish material does appear to be one that other people will likely really want. It's basically like the wet paint material, but it removes the wet paint texture and just gives you the color options and kind of smooths out textures. I've never really had an issue with the textures that they have on a lot of the styles, particularly the slimlines, but I know that some people do not like some of those textures, and if you want to cover those textures up and still be able to choose your color, the glossy one is actually not bad for that. It's just that I won't use it.
Okay, you can see we've got 10 to open, so let's see how much luck we actually have. I will say if I do get the glossy finish one, I will chuck it on my character and we'll have a really good look at it, but I don't mind if I get it or not, is the thing. I don't really mind. So let's go. First one, blue disruption material. Fine. Red disruption. Oh, so that one is one of the ones that's a little bit harder. It was on the same level as the red.
Oh my goodness, you don't say! The red disruption material on the exact same rarity level as the red disruption material. Who would have guessed?
So that's not bad that we got that. I'm also just gonna... This is gonna bug me if this is gonna keep popping up like this in my inventory. I don't know why I'm the way I am like this, but I like things to be in order. So when they're not, it just makes me a little bit annoyed. You know, and I already have like a massive furniture issue on this character, as you can see. I need to deal with it. So, let's do the next one. White disruption. That one I don't mind. I do have a use for that, so that one is good. We'll go again. Orange. I mean, we're getting a bit of variety, so that's nice. Just really would like to see that black. We've got to double up on the red. So, cool. I don't know that I have a character. Oh, no, I know exactly who I'm going to put that on. Okay, next one. Yellow disruption material. Another? I think it's interesting. Orange, so we're doubling up on orange now. Interesting that the one that's kind of closest to purple, which is the pink, is also one I haven't gotten. So the black and the pink. Hang on. Let's look at this. Oh, whoops. So I've got the red, I've got the blue, I've got the orange, I've got the white, I've got the yellow. Pink, the one that's closest to purple. No, don't give her that one. And black, the only one I really want. No. They don't like me that much. They're not into it. Pink! Yay! Okay, we're going to try that one. Thank you very much. I'm a little bit sad that these are all materials and not chromas, though, I will say. That's a little bit sad, but let's keep going. Orange, we now have 3. A little excessive, and another yellow. All right, so I feel we're going to collect all of these and see what they look like. I am a little sad about the lack of the black. Maybe we should try a couple more just to see, Maybe. Okay, I have grabbed 2 extra so we can give it a shot and see if we can get that black, or potentially the glossy finish one to show you guys, because at this stage they're the only 2 that we are missing. So let's see if we could just get one. That would be good. Another red. We're doubling up. Black! Okay. Yay, we got the black. Thank goodness, because I didn't want to get more. All right, let's collect black, and we will have a look at it. Okay, so this is the black disruption material. I do have a use for this. I don't mind it because it's black, though. I am not a huge fan of these particular materials. I could go without them, but the fact that I got the black one is making me a little bit chuffed. I'm glad about that. I do think that the movement on them is really, really interesting. It's just the fact that it's a material and not a chroma, which I think is the biggest downfall of this for me, is that I would love to be able to assign swatches for this particular texture to go. I don't know that I have any character where she's wearing something where this would be appropriate on everything, with the exception of one build that I have on here where I'm going to utilize it, but the thing is I won't utilize it for her whole outfit. It will be for some choice pieces. So, I mean, if you guys love it, I'm really glad that some people do, but for me this is, okay! It's okay. I don't hate it. That's basically all I can say. I'm going to take off the aura because I feel like that's going to start to clash when we put the other ones on. So let's remove that. Beautiful, so that we can have a proper look without the aura kind of distorting how good the colors are going to look on the others. I will say, I do think these are good for using on different pieces. I don't think they're good on something that has detail. So if you're wearing like a streamline, this is probably going to look a little bit better than it does on my character right now. It's a little bit too busy, and her style was already a little busy. I mean, it's got little bits of stitching, a lot of texture across her stomach, the belt. I mean, I don't think it's going to work for her, but that's fine, at least not with this style. I do have a use for the black one, but as I said, it's not going to be the main feature, and I could have gone without, is the thing. It's not something that I really wanted to get. It's just, it's nice that I got it. Black is the one that I will actually use a little bit, so good. But yeah, I don't see these going well. I could be predicting incorrectly, but I don't know. Let's try the pink on. If you guys are wondering why I'm collecting one at a time, it's so I don't forget how many colors there were. It's so that we grab the one that I'm up to at the time that I collect it, so we don't get mixed up, or rather, so I don't get mixed up. Okay? Okay. I think that the style on my character is really the downfall of this. Let's chuck on a slimline. Okay, let's find something that works. Where's that? Where's the one I like? Okay, so now she's wearing a streamline.
Yes. Something everyone else in the universe calls a slimline.
I tried a couple. I put on skeleton. So this is one we get from Halloween. It's the chest and the legs only that have been replaced. But I do feel like the flow pattern on it, going out from the chest, looks better than on some of the other stuff. So if I swap over her top, which I will in a second, I'll show you the difference that I'm talking about. But this is... the thing, I mean, putting it on everything already is gonna not look that great. That's understandable. So I get why that's not amazing, but I do think that the way it's flowing out on the chest is kind of interesting. I don't know how many people are gonna want this. Give me a sec here.
Hello? Did you forget that I am the master of time? We don't need a sec. I can literally make things happen instantaneously, except I decided to, chat away now, and it's probably taken even more than a sec. Never mind!
Okay, so if we don't have it on everything, it does look a little bit better. It's much less annoying, but I still don't like it that much. I don't know. It feels Too busy. Too busy, at least for the full body. I think for some choice pieces, it's probably still going to be fine. But for the full body, not so much of a fan. I'm going to swap over her chest and leg piece from this particular slimline to another, so you can see the difference that I saw in the flow pattern, because this is flowing differently on her body than it did with the others. You can see that it's kind of coming out from her chest in a split, same with on the trousers, and I quite like that flow pattern better than what I saw on the others. So give me a sec.
I literally just gave you a big spiel about how we don't need a sec. Can you please stop saying it?
Okay, so for example, with this one, you can see that the flow pattern goes from one side of her body to the other on both the skirt and on the chest piece. I do think it's dependent on the piece that you choose, in that some of them are probably split down the center and duplicated on each side, and some of them are not. And the ones that are kind of split down the center, duplicated each side, have the flow pattern radiate out from the chest, and the ones that aren't radiate across. So it depends on your preference. I think I prefer it the other way, where it's like radiating out rather than flowing across her. But to each their own. Let's try another color and see how they go. Okay, so next is yellow. Okay, so this is the yellow one. I do feel like some people could use this for their actually it's a little goldy, isn't it? It's not quite the sinister color. It's an odd color because it's yellow, but it seems to have a little bit of goldy going through, and then maybe a little tinge of green also. It's not horrible or anything, but I don't think it matches the sinister, so I don't know if you'd want to use it on your yellow lanterns or not. I'm not sure, but I do know one thing. It's not something that I'm going to use. So, I don't know. If people are interested in these, please let me know, because I'm curious what people are using them for, because I'm not, I'm glad I got the black out of all of them. I wanted the black, but that's out of all of them. Out of all of the chromas and materials in DC, I didn't really care if I got any of them, but I do want to be able to show you guys, because if you guys are interested in these, I want to be able to show you so you guys can decide whether or not they're worth your time and your money. So let's go to the next one. Next one is orange. I almost pressed the wrong button again. The menu is confusing now. Urgh. It's definitely not me. It's the menu's fault, you know?
Of course it is, sweetie. You just keep telling yourself that, okay?
Ooh, I actually don't mind this one. This one looks kind of fiery. I like that it's got that orange, it's got a goldy color in there and a reddy color in there. So they obviously have different colors in it to create the texture. The thing is, I don't have a use. I don't have a use for this at all. So the fact that I don't mind this one doesn't mean anything, because I won't use it. I just don't mind it compared to the others. And I still like the black the most, but this one I think is my second favorite now. I don't mind it. The colors are nice together. It does look orange. It looks kind of fiery. I don't know. It's not bad. I don't mind this one. The next one is white. White is not something I utilize very often, so let's see how that one goes, because it's probably going to look a little weird to me. But white might be one that other people do find a good use for, just like I'm going to find a good use for the black. So let's have a look at that and see how it goes. Oh, that's not white. That is not white. Sorry. There's white in there, but there is predominantly gray, and it has a little blue tinge running through. I would not call this white. Okay, so maybe people will have a use for it. I mean, I'm sure people will have uses for these that I haven't thought of, or that just aren't my particular styling choices. But this one in particular, I think is just lying a little bit. That is clearly grey. That is grey with like white light and blue going through it. I mean, this looks like something you could put on your gadgets character, and it would kind of match it. So I don't know. I do think that if people are going to utilize these to highlight different things, like put it on the belt, the shoulder piece maybe, I don't know, they might work quite well, but as something that you're wearing predominantly, I don't think they work well. I'm very curious if other people have a difference of opinion on that and how you would utilize them, because I won't. I really won't. The only one I'm going to utilize is the black. And there are other choices that I could use for the black, so I'm just utilizing it because I got it. So it's not that great or important to me, is the thing. I'm so sorry. I feel like I'm really down on a lot of DC at the moment. There are reasons that I am. All right, so the next one is blue. This one I'm kind of looking forward to. Sometimes the blue ones work well for me because I use them on my quantum and on my... Where's blue? On my quantum and on my water characters, and this does kind of look like flowing water, so maybe... Okay, that one's my new second favorite. No, you know, I think I like it better. I like it better than the black. This one looks like flowing water. Okay, so the same way that I looked at the orange and thought people could use that for moving fire, I think about this one the same way. This could be used for moving water, flowing water. It's kind of pretty. I will say that the movement doesn't look very... It's not gentle enough, for want of a better way to describe it. It moves too fast. It's like a flurry instead of a flow. But I do see that this could be used for water characters quite well. I won't do it though. It won't be me. I won't be doing it because I don't like it more than other items that I have. I just think that out of what we've got so far, I'm going to backtrack. The black, I prefer the black. I will use the black. The black, then the blue, then the orange. I think even they could all be on par with each other, to be honest. They're all very... Black I prefer because I know I will use it. If we're looking at the way they look and the color mixture that they have that looks quite interesting to view, the water one, so this blue one and the orange one that could be used for fire, or potentially atomic as well, I suppose. Those ones I think have a good color mixture and they look nice when they flow. The yellow I don't think so, the white one I don't think so, and the black one I would say doesn't have much of a color mixture, but it's black, so it's the reason that I like it. Okay, red is last. I have noticed recently with the red ones that red stuff they've had in the game, that I've been a little disappointed with it because it tends to be quite flat. They don't put enough colors in to give it dimension. So I'm kind of hoping that's not the case with this one because I do have a use for that red. And I have an extra one that I can go and put on another character. So I may do that as long as it's good. So let's have a look. Nah. It looks like they haven't put as much dimension with the color choices that they've got in there. It's a bit more flat for me. I don't like it. I don't like this one. It's what I thought it would be. It's a little boring. So the orange one, I don't mind. The blue one, I don't mind. The black one, I like. None of these do I love. And this one, I'm not a fan. I won't use it. I don't know if other people will. But there are better things to use for rage builds. There are better things. You can use that are in red, in my opinion. So I'm not excited about any of these. I will use the black one only because I have it available and not because I was like seeking for it or because I need it for that build. I don't. So I don't know. These are not my favorite. I'm hoping that there are other people out there who really do love these and they're not here for no reason and some people are going to utilize them really well. It's just not me. Unfortunately. Or maybe fortunately. More for you guys. It doesn't make a difference, really, does it? There's not a limited amount in the game. It's from the marketplace. So, yeah. I don't know. Alright, so let me use that black one. Okay, so maybe just a little bit of a before and after. This is the style I'm planning to use that particular material on. I'm now wondering if it's going to work or not, but we will see. So this is what she looks like beforehand. And this is what she looks like after. Like I said, I'm not utilizing it for a very big part. It's just for a little bit of movement on there. It's going on her belt, her shoulder, and her headpiece. I think it does look kind of cool. It does take away from some of the white on her, which I kind of like. I'm not a huge fan of having so much white, and I do want to keep it on the pieces that I have it on already, so you can see it on her gloves and on her boots so that those spikes are really defined, but I don't mind it. But at the same time, I could have lived without it. It's not that impactful to my build. So, yeah. Hopefully this was helpful. Lets you know what the drops are going to be like. You do get duplicates. I mean, that's kind of standard. I opened 12 and did not receive the glossy finish material. I received 2 red and 1 black. And the black was after when I hit the 12th, so I had to do all 12 to be able to get those. But I did receive 1 of every color. Of the disruption one, not of that glossy finish material, which I've just realized says material. Is that not a chroma? Ugh. I would have liked it even less. So if anyone was interested in knowing what you get in the booster bundles and whether it's worth your money, I guess maybe you now know. And I am not really impressed with this one. You know, that's how I feel about it. So hopefully it was helpful for anyone who wanted to know what was in the booster bundles and lets you know a little bit about what the drops are going to be kind of like. I did get quite a few duplicates in there, which is to be expected. I ended up with 3 red. My apologies. I ended up with 3 red. I ended up with 3 orange and I got 2 yellow. Everything else I got 1 of, except for that one material that honestly I don't care about, but I think some other people would be interested in that one, and I do think that one is the main one out of all of these that people are seeking, because that's why it's the rarest one. And also these ones are I don't know how to feel about them. Some of them are okay, and one of them I like. Just like. Don't love this, don't love it, but I do like it. And the blue and the orange, they're okay. The other ones I don't like at all. I'm not a fan. So there we go. I hope you all have a good one.
Also, did we not notice there was no green?